Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Therapy. Today, we're going to be talking about my greatest achievement. And that greatest achievement I define as the thing I'm most proud of. That definition I'll come to in just a moment. And that thing is the Minecraft server I made when I was like 13 or 14, called Oincraft, Redstone Oincraft. Now, I've been thinking a lot lately. I've recorded like 2 VGTs-ish this week, and I'm not going to upload either of them because they're just kind of meh. But this one, I feel it. And I've talked about that in VGT before, just feeling it. And I've been thinking a lot about what drives me, what drives you in general, and what that kind of means, I guess. On one hand, I get up at 5:30 because it's just a task of self-discipline, and what drives me to be patient for running because I want to run again. Running has somehow superseded everything else and has become a desire to run for the sake of running. No end goal of fitness or something, as it started. But then there are things like my job where I felt like I was underperforming the last 2 weeks, and I've been reflecting, and I think, what is it that prevents me, if you will, that makes me procrastinate getting to work simply because it's time to get to work. And I was just thinking now, I was heating up some chicken, eating lunch, and I was, those hypothetical conversations you have in your head about situations. And I started thinking about the Minecraft server. I made this Minecraft server. I'm sure for those of you watching, you've probably come from there. The Discord started from it. It was kind of vibing for a little while. We had a little nostalgia throwback out a week and a half ago when some old members joined, and we had like a throwback. But my first semester of college, I remember during some cohort thing, my advisor, he asked us, raise your hand if you think, I forget exactly what it was. He was like, raise your hand if you know your greatest accomplishment or like the greatest thing you achieved. And I raised my hand of like 2 people. And this is, I don't know what this says about me. Maybe that's the title, right? I don't know what my greatest accomplishment says about me. But I chose to not answer. And a friend of mine in the class, I haven't spoken to him in a while, but he turned, he was like, oh, is it your Minecraft server? And I was like, yeah, it is. Because at the time, that was something that kind of defined me, that brought me into computer science, that led me to some of my best friends. Without that internet life, I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am right now. Without, Java or Minecraft, I wouldn't be coding. Maybe I'd be an athlete. I don't know. Point is, sure, that's my greatest achievement, but it's not because of where it's gotten me. It's because of the fact that it's made me the most proud, if that makes any sense. I've been thinking about running a lot, and things I can do with running and things I can train for, and I guess to be a little more vulnerable than I should be on the internet, I've never really been proud of myself. I've never felt a surge of pride with something. A lot of times it's been, get a good grade in a test, it's a sigh of relief. This is something I've been aware of for a while, and I kind of just work with it. We vibe. Getting into college was, that's the thing. That's why I don't know what this being my greatest accomplishment says about me. Is it just a place of privilege that my greatest achievement is a Minecraft server? Someone else's might be being a first generation college student. That there's 2 totally separate barriers there. And I guess just to elaborate on why I think the Minecraft server is my biggest achievement, or the thing I am most proud of, I guess, is because my motive for it has kind of been the motive I come back to for things, for Seashell, for the games that I want to make eventually, for the web apps I want to make. It brought people together, and I think the reunion that we kind of accidentally, inadvertently had a week or so ago kind of reminded me of that. And there were some really good memories made. There were, peak player time was like in the 20s of people. Like, it's not like we had hundreds of members, right? But you know, a mod, if you're out there, like he made or they made this. I think, yeah. Anyway, whatever. They made this plot that was like on Oincraft you'll make memories you'll never forget, and I never forgot that specific plot because in some sense, you know, I got a lot out of Minecraft. Who didn't? As they were playing, it's kind of the game of, you know, a lot of people of my age group, if you will. I made some of the best friends through that game. Again, it brought me to where I am. And that's what I wanted Oincraft to be at some point. It started as just a server for my friends to play on. I had the technical know-how and I guess wits about me or whatever, and desire to port forward and whatever. And then I posted on playing Minecraft and Spiral. There's a whole story, sure, but it brought people together and it made friendships. You know, the people who came on and said, "Oh, this is the best server because, you know, you don't limit this or that," which maybe we would have to limit if, you know, there are more people, but those moments made me really happy. And, you know, there were times when we got like $200 in 1 month in sponsorships or donations before the whole EULA thing, I guess. And the server is still running off of those sponsorships. I never took any of the money for myself, whatever. I've always been that way. I never needed it, is another way to put that, I guess. I also just, you know, I wasn't an egregious person. But that being my greatest accomplishment, or what I consider the thing I'm most proud of, is kind of weird. And, you know, I think of the things I've done, nothing has ever directly competed with that. I should be proud that I have a full-time job as a software engineer in the industry I do and whatever. And, you know, I have some pride in that. It's not like I'm ashamed to say it. But when I'm searching for the desire of why I do things, you know, why do I want to work on this? Why do I want to still make Twitless? You know, what's gonna make me focus? How can I make this my greatest achievement yet? And the answer for Twitless almost immediately was like getting people to use it and to be better for it, I guess. But I don't know if, you know, Minecraft server is still up. Minecraft's still a popular game. It's not nearly as popular as it was. I don't know if I'll ever return to the Minecraft server. That's not a no, but it's definitely not a yes. Wow, this whole thing is slanted. But I don't know. What does it say about me? Does it say I've never tried? I mean, I'm hoping that I can feel very proud of myself when I complete this Japanese exam in December. You know, if one day I run a marathon, I'm hoping that can be a sense of pride. Because when I run, I feel pretty proud of, you know, breaking numbers or something. Running isn't about speed or times for me, I guess. But, you know, the experience I go through for it. But I just don't know if, you know, my greatest achievement says I've accomplished something that's actually good. Is my bar super low? Is, you know, I do think that Minecraft server had a lot of good cascading effects. It rippled out, and I want to make something that does the same thing, a similar thing. I want to make something that has a chain reaction for people, and I guess specifically for connections, right? Yeah, I guess I don't know really where else I'm going with this, but I've just been thinking so much about, kind of on the track of how to just do it from the last VGT, so much about how to do work. And motivation is fickle, but drive is a totally separate thing. You can be driven for something, and that drive is what backs the self-discipline, right? You know, I wrote down that I want to be 4 things. I want to be reliable for work. This was in the context of work. I want to make sure that someone can assign me a ticket and say, yeah, Mark's going to get this done. I want to be autonomous. So, you know, I want to be able to act individually and do things that go to a greater whole, that contribute to the greater sense of things. You know, go into the backlog of tickets when I'm a bit more knowledgeable about the systems, and really take initiative. But act independently in the sense that, hey, here's this thing. You never told me to do it, but here we are. And in some sense, I have been pretty autonomous. You know, making videos and stuff. That's always been my own endeavor. Making my own projects, whatever. But there are other times when I'm not. Like in work right now, I think I'm very much wait to be told what to do. Which is an interesting balance and something I'm reflecting a lot on. The third thing I wrote was driven. You know, I just kind of explained that, but sure, you don't need to wait for motivation to come about, but you need to find something that drives you. I think something that just kind of leans on you a bit and pushes you to be better. Especially when you don't have explicit deadlines. It's an important thing to light a fire under yourself. You know, I'm driven for this Japanese exam. I'm just stressed about the exam, but that's the only thing making me do anything. I'm not hitting my exact 2 hours a day, but we're getting there. And the fourth thing is just patience. Good things take time. All good things take time. And in retrospect, wasted time becomes treasure time. But you know, I recorded a 28-minute video on that. TLDR, when you have a shin splint that's close to a fracture in your left tibia, the time that you feel as though you've wasted not running and recovering and jogging your way back will become treasure time because your form will improve and you'll become more mindful of things. Same thing with my shoulder. That's literally the whole BGT in a nutshell. But, you know, one might say that spending so much of my time as younger, I guess, as a kid, but also into high school and a bit into college, spending so much time on a Minecraft server might have been wasted time. But now it's treasure time. And I think it had such good effects for me. It touched other people. It brought people together. It was a place for people to come to visit. You know, I think that's what connects with me about people who stream. I don't watch streamers, but the fact that you can go to someone's stream and they're always going to be there pretty much. You know, that's what streams are, I guess, in my eyes. It's like someone, you know, you're not necessarily watching for entertainment. You're just watching for a sense of familiarity, a sense of connection, if you will. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I want to strive for with my game. So maybe, you know, finding a way to make a multiplayer game or something. Game development's been put on a bit of a hold, but yeah, I guess that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Mainly because I wonder if, you know, my greatest achievement is a Minecraft server. It's a good achievement for good reason. It may not be objectively my greatest achievement. Maybe graduating NYU is objectively better, but it made me feel far better than graduating. I mean, I rushed to graduate, but you know, reaching 6,000, maybe that's something to be more proud of. 6,000 subscribers and a lifestyle. Maybe hitting like 500,000 people with a video on how to type and inspiring a ton of people to learn how to type better. A metric ton. You know, that's also something to be proud of, and that's something good about those videos. And maybe I lost touch with that in the videos I make now. You know, maybe it became too much about logging my own past to help others learn, and it should be more about connecting people. So something to keep in mind, I guess. But anyway, is this greatest achievement a product of my own view of the world? Because I have other achievements, of course. Or is it a product of my environment? You know, am I in such a place of privilege that I can call a Minecraft server my greatest achievement? You know, ever since start of high school, really, graduating college was like a standard thing, which is not, it shouldn't be, don't get me wrong here. That's specifically what I mean by product of my environment. High school was very, very academically charged in a bad way, in my opinion. You know, you were made to feel bad if you didn't go to school or something. School isn't college, but I don't know. It just, I want another greatest achievement, right? I wouldn't say I peaked with the Minecraft server, right? You know, that was not the peak of my life by any means. I think right now I'm on an uphill battle, right? It's grindy, it's tough, but I'm going uphill. It's kind of how I explained, how's life? When people ask lately. But, you know, bring the deathbed scenario into question here. It's like, the thing I'm most glad to have brought into this world was that Minecraft server, because, you know, I know a few people who code because of it, sort of, or at least, you know, because of maybe inspired by me, inspired with me as I was inspired by them, similar to me. You know, people have made friends, have strengthened friendships over it. I know without it, I wouldn't have two, or at least two, very good friends now. Dealing with parents at the age of 15 had its cons in my development, but you know, I grew up fast. Actually, you know what? That's a whole other topic. I don't really think that's a good thing. But you know, being able to drive a community, that's what connected me to make videos, and here we are. Like, everything stems from that server, and I kind of want, I guess nothing will ever truly stem from anything. If I make a game and that goes somewhere, well, I learned to make games because I programmed, and I programmed because of the server, you know, it all goes back to it. But it's like the typing video on my main channel, my lifestyle channel. That's the most popular video, and if I release a typing video, when I release another typing video, it's gonna be another popular video on the channel. It just is. And I really want another video to take off. You know, a Japanese video almost had like 1,800 views, and then YouTube axed it. The algorithm said, no, not interesting enough, which is whatever. Lesson learned. But, you know, that's kind of what the Minecraft server feels like. I'm sure there have been competing achievements, but nothing has really touched as many people as that server has. And on Oink, the name Oink is still associated with the Minecraft server, which is fine, but I want it to be associated with something bigger, in a sense. So, anyway, yeah, I don't know what my greatest achievement says about me, or what I feel. Very specifically using the word feel is my greatest achievement. What it says about me, but yeah, so thanks for watching. We'll fly into the void here. Have a good one, and as always, don't forget to stay awesome and keep looking up. Peace.